Hello, Medford community. I'm Brett Champion, the proud superintendent of schools here in the Medford School District. And welcome to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. We are so grateful to our partners who helped us bring Medford Anywhere Learning TV to life. And those include Southern Oregon PBS, KTVL, KDRV, and the Dove TV. Special shout out to Southern Oregon PBS for also producing these parts. In the Medford School District, we believe that all are learning, and learning is for all. And what better venue to share our learning than Medford Anywhere Learning TV. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Apryll Hammers. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Howard Elementary, and I've been a teacher for 22 years. And today we're going to be learning how to homeschool our littles using items that I ransacked the dollar store for yesterday. There are also things that you could probably find at home, and it's just a fun way to engage kids without getting into a power struggle of, the worksheet paperwork. These two kids right here are mine. This is my grandson, Zane. He is 6 years old and he goes to school at May Richardson in Central Point. And this is my daughter, Reagan, who is also 6 years old and goes to Howard Elementary. So they've agreed, with bribery of a donut, to come down and play some games with us so I can show you some of the games that we do to help us remember how to recognize numbers, write and sound out words in a fun and exciting way that doesn't really require a lot of supplies. So I thought we would start off our activity using some colored index cards that I simply wrote numbers on, and also wrote, well, apparently I'm finding all the dots. So I wrote numerals and I wrote dots. And so our game is just a memory matching game. It's very straightforward, very simple. And we're just going to practice recognizing numbers in different forms. Now, you can also do these with tally marks. You can also do these with 10 frames. Be creative. Think outside the box. You can do random dots, circle dots. It's just a lot of fun. So here we go. Okay, guys. Reagan, why don't you get to go first? I'm going to move some cards around because I just flipped a whole bunch over. I know, you got a great memory, so hey. Now, we're not going to play the whole game, guys, but we're just going to show everybody that's watching how this game works. So go ahead and pick a card, Reagan, and turn them over. And you want to lay them flat. Boy, is she good, guys? She really watched where I was putting those cards. So since she matched 4 dots to the numeral 4, she gets to keep both cards. Now, it's Zane's turn. Go ahead, Zane, pick a card. Yeah. How many dots is that, Zane?
1.
1. What numeral is that, Zane?
5.
So now we're going to put them back. And it's Reagan's turn to go again.
2.
What? 2. Good job putting it flat. She's really good at this game, guys. Wow. All right, Zane, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Not wait.
I know, but that's
3.
okay. Part of the fun is just playing.
And 3.
Oh, how many dots is that?
5.
So let's put the cards back, and that's the numeral 3. They are not a match. Okay, go ahead. A 1, and oh, look at this. She pulled 2 dots. So those definitely don't match. We're going to put those back down. Go ahead, Zane. Wow, Zane pulled a 5 and a 5.
I just renumbered because I picked both of those.
You are so clever. I love that.
And 1.
Awesome. And Zane, you get to pick up the last 2 cards. Oh, a 3 and a 3. Excellent job, guys.
So let's count our cards.
So then you count your cards to see who got the most pairs. So he got 2 pairs. Well, it's by pairs, baby. It's by pairs.
4, 5, 6.
So she got 3 pairs and you got 2 pairs. So she won the game and you guys did a great job. When you make these cards, I would not use Sharpies because when I made them the first time, the Sharpie bled through. I would use something like an Expo marker so that it won't bleed through, and I would use colored ones. These are I purchased at the dollar store, and they have big packets of them. The next game I want to show you guys, look at Grandma, is we're going to play a game that has to do with 3-letter words. Yep. And this is kind of a fun game. Yeah. Yep. And so how this works is we are going to be sounding words out. And this is kind of a fun game. Now, normally I would just have the kids pick them up and sound them out to each other. But while I was at the dollar store yesterday, I found this game. And this game was kind of fun because it comes with some headbands. There's other things in here, but I was really only interested in the headbands. Watch this. I put it on my head. There's a little pocket right here so you can put a card in it. And the cards that come with it, the game is called What Am I? And your job is to describe what the word is. So like if you pulled a card like ice cream, you would describe ice cream, and the person wearing the headband has to figure out what the word is on their headband. So for me, I wanted to tweak it just a little bit. And so I thought, let's put some CVC words, 3-letter words on here.
That's my heart word.
So you are going to sound it out, and I have to figure out what word is on my head, right?
Yeah.
So sound it out. That means only sounds. You can't say the word. What is it? Sound it out.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah.
You. So I'm going to improvise, and we are going to just do letter sounds. This is another way to use the headbands. No peekies. All right, you're going to get your card, and she's going to get her card. And you have to say the sound of the letter for the person to figure out what letter is on their hat. Okay?
Headband.
Yeah, the headband. You're right. It is a headband. All right, so you just put it on your head like that.
You go first.
So you go first.
Z.
No, you got to say the sound.
Oh. Z.
Excellent. Now you go. Now you make the sound. No, he has to make the sound on your card. What sound does that letter make? What letter makes that sound?
X.
Excellent.
Wait,
and then you're gonna just.
you have leather letters at yours?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Here, let's try this one. Let's get a little tricky. Okay, I'm gonna put another one on here. Okay, put that on your head, but don't peeky. No peeky. Now, obviously, you can do this with 3-letter words like cat, bat, sat. And what they would do is sound out the word. So it would look like this. If I was her and he had the word sat, I would look at him and say, s-a-t. And he would have to tell me the word is
Sat.
Excellent. You can do this with 4-letter words. You can do this with 5-letter words. It's just a lot of fun, and the kids get a huge kick out of it. Okay, Reagan, make the sound for that letter.
What?
What letter is that?
Q.
Okay, make the sound for that letter.
J. G.
Awesome.
No, that's not G. It's J.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
G
so
and J are
so this whole game has 4 headbands, and it comes with some markers, so you could get markers. It does have its own cards that come with it, like I am a banana, so you would have to describe a banana, which is also a really good skill for kindergartners to have to really dig deep what a picture word is. These are some sight words that I pulled out. Now, you can do a couple of different things with these sight words. So one of the things you can do with sight words is you can just use them as a flashcard. You can just say, hold them up and say, what is this word?
U.
Okay, and then you give her the card. You say, what is this word?
Bat. But.
Good job. And I have these in doubles because we also could play a memory game.
Of.
Okay.
We.
See, there's the doubles.
Like.
And you just keep going in this fashion back and forth and see who gets the most cards. You could do it in a timed fashion where you could do minute to win it, so that you would set a timer and you would say, okay, how many cards can you read in 1 minute? And what I like to do is just set them out right here. And you just put out like 10. Don't go too crazy putting out like 30 or 40 of them unless you know your child can actually do them. And just face them up. And they can keep going around and around and around, because it just reinforces that knowledge base. And and you set your timer and you let them go. You can also put doubles down if you want to. I know, I messed up, didn't I? All right, and hang on. All right. And then we're not going to do a timer, but we're just going to let him read them. And we're going to go, ready, set, go.
See you, see me, but like with we of
many. Excellent. And then, you know, we're kind of doing these backwards, so hang on a second for her. Okay, buddy, remember, you got to stay in your seat, please. Thank you. All right, Ray. So we've been sitting here for a little bit, and so I thought parents, fellow teachers, anybody who has small littles might want to do some mindfulness, some relaxation, and refocus skills. And so one of the things I like to do in my classroom, well, there's several actually, but the one the kids really enjoy is called bunny breathe. And bunny breathing is 3 short little breaths through your nose, and then you hold it to the count of 3. We're going to show you in just a second. These guys are pros. And then we let it out by relaxing our whole body and our arms and just letting our arms hang next to us, because it's hard to stay focused, right? Yeah, it sure is. And so let's do our bunny breathing right here. Let's put our hands, relax our hands in our lap. 3 breaths. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out slowly. We're going to do some more bunny breaths. Ready? Breathe out slowly. Relax your whole shoulders and body. One more time. Relax your whole body. Now, let's take our hands, Zane, and put them on our knees, because sometimes we get the wiggles and it's hard to stay still, and especially with fun little spinny chairs. So we're going to put our hands on our knees, Zane. That way we can kind of bounce our knees a little bit with our hands there, and it kind of helps us, but we're not fidgeting and making a lot of noise. The other thing we can do too is take little breaks. Littles need to take breaks about every 10 to 15 minutes. And a break can be a wonderful time to do a mindful refocus. There is a website called Go Noodle, and I believe it's on Hello ID on the district website for parents. And if you go in on that website, you will find under channels where it says mindfulness, and you will find bunny breathing, you will find melting, which the kids love. Okay, guys, we're going to do melting, but we're not going to hit the floor, okay? So we're just going to do melting in our chair. You ready? So melting means they have to freeze like an ice cube, and that means tense your body up real hard. So freeze. Okay, we're going to melt by relaxing just our face and relaxing our shoulders, letting our hands fall in our lap. Letting our shoulders kind of relax and be a little bit not great posture. And then we're just going to relax by taking a deep breath and let our body calm. And then we can do our bunny breathing, which is always fun. There's another breathing exercise that is something we do in my classroom. Is called smell a rose, blow out a candle. Guys ready? Let's get our hands up, crisscross. So this is your rose. This is your candle. When we take a deep breath, we hold it to the count of 3. And when we blow out a candle, we don't go, we blow it out slowly. And we're going to do this 3 times because it helps calm our bodies and refocus our brains. Ready? Smell your flower. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Blow out your candle. Slowly. Let's do it again. Smell your rose. Take a deep breath. And blow out slowly. One more time. Take a deep breath. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, and blow. And then we rest our hands on our knees. That way, if we need to move our knees around, we certainly can, and it doesn't make a lot of noise. So the activity we're going to do right now, I purchased these at the dollar store. These are these little divided.
Dinosaur one.
Yeah, you're going to get the dinosaur one. These are little kid trays. They have 3 divided sections, which is important. So I'm going to give each child their own, and I'm going to get my numbers out. Sorry about diving down, but I need to get my number cards. Uh-oh, look at you guys having a good time. All right. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing an activity that's decomposing numbers. And how that looks is hey, are we making the right choices? Let's think about what choices we're making, because we're supposed to be playing, right? You want to get to the playing? Yeah. All right. So how this works is each child is going to get a little pile of buttons. You can use pennies, you can use lima beans, you can use black beans, whatever little tokens you have. I've even used Legos, those little tiny Legos. Those work really well too. Let's put those down. And so what you're going to do is, oh, that's an excitingly fun way to do that. But for this exercise, we're going to do it this way. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your deck of cards that you were using for the memory game, and you're going to put it face down. And so each child is going to pick up a card. So Reagan is going to pick up a card. She's going to count out 4 buttons.
Why does he always get to go first?
I don't know. I guess I should let you go first. We'll let him go first this time. Okay. So count out 4 buttons. I don't mind which ones. You pick whatever 4 buttons you want to put.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Now you have to fill in each of the 2 divided sections. So you can put all of the buttons in one side if you want. What I really want you to do is to separate the buttons to make the number 4. Can you make 2 different piles?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so can you tell me, no, we're going to use this to make our math. So can you tell me how many buttons are here?
2.
How many buttons are here?
2.
So 2 buttons
Plus
and 2 buttons.
make 4.
Oh my gosh, you are so clever. Can you rearrange those buttons and show me another way you could divide them? How many? Oh, so how many buttons are in there?
1,
How many are over here?
3.
So 1 button.
Plus 3 buttons make 4.
That is awesome. So we're going to let her do the number 5. Can you count out 5 buttons? It doesn't matter which 5.
1, 2, 3.
Can you count all these
4,
buttons in your head?
5, 6.
No, we're not going to do all of them, just 5.
All of these?
Yeah, just count them out in your head. Go ahead. We can always put the card in this 3rd larger section. So how many buttons are over here?
2,
And how many are here?
3.
So 2 buttons plus.
Plus 3 equals 5.
Awesome. Can you rearrange those buttons and show me another way to make 5?
Yeah.
Go ahead and sort it by color. Oh, so now we have 3 buttons and
2,
make.
5.
Oh, could we add a pink button over here and a blue button over here? How many buttons do we have here?
1,
And make.
5.
Oh my gosh, that's excellent. Is there another way to make 5? I could put all my buttons over there. What would this be if I didn't have any buttons?
0 plus 5 equals 5.
Oh my gosh, excellent job. So folks, this is a way to decompose. Decomposing is when you take a numeral like 5 and you find different ways to make that number using 2 add-ins. 2 and 3, 1 and 4. And order can be relevant. 2 and 3 and 3 and 2. Those work. Now, you can also do the dots with this game, and you can use it to compose. So you can have a lot of fun just playing with just this. And as you can see over here, I have Zane doing something else while I was working with Reagan, because it's hard to sit and wait when you're a little. And so sometimes you need to have an activity of your own to figure out some other stuff. Another way to use the buttons, come back over here. It's okay, we're just gonna leave it on the ground. It's okay. Is to take something like buttons and to sort them by color. And then you can figure out how many buttons you have in each color. And this can be a great community building activity. Because parents, let's face it, when you have your own kids at home, it's a lot different than being in a classroom as a teacher. And so we want to find ways to engage kids that make them feel like, wow, this is really cool. So then we put all the buttons in different categories. We could put the buttons by how many buttonholes, by color, by size. These are all fun ways to categorize these buttons. You could also do the same thing with change. You could have them sorting out change. You could have them sorting out different colored beans. How about we count out some of these? Can you tell me how many blue buttons I have?
1, 2.
You got to move them. Remember? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is called one-to-one correspondence, and it's a crucial type of counting that kids have to practice over and over again. How many pink buttons do we have?
1, 2.
No, you got to pull them out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Excellent. And you can have them do that with anything. And we want to make sure that they're pulling it aside so that they're actually counting one button at a time. Could you guys do me a favor and put all those buttons back in that bag? Because I think that's going to be kind of a little bit dicey for me. I got big hands. Here we go. Put them in. Awesome listening. I love the listening. You guys are doing an amazing job. Okay, remember how we get the wiggles out? What do we do? What do you do?
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands on our knees. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to get to play Tenzi. You guys know how to play this game.
I forgot.
All right.
Blue colors.
All right.
Now you don't get blue colors.
So these are different colors. He wants green, so he gets all the green.
No, these are blue.
They sell these at
These are actually
Joann's Craft. They sell them at Target, Walmart. You can buy them online. Or you could just go to the dollar store and get 3 packages of white dice. You don't have to have colored dice. It's not necessary. So I'm going to be yellow, he's going to be pink, and he's going to be green. So I'm going to put the rest of these dice down.
This is kind of blue.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of a teal color. Now, we're going to roll for the number 6, and this is going to make a bit of noise because we're rolling. So how you do that is you get all 10 dice in your hand, and we are going to be rolling until we get all our dice on the number 6. So this is number recognition, and it's also a speed game because you're trying to be the first one to get them all in the number 6. Once you get all your dice on the number 6, you call out Tenzi and you win the game. There are some variations, but we'll go ahead and play this. Ready? Go. Okay, you got to get them all 6. Go. See? You're doing great. Oh, look at Reagan go. Wow. Just keep rolling them, sweetheart. There you go. Find the number 6. Wow. Whoa. Uh-oh.
I'm almost at.
Look, I'm having a hard time here. Ah.
I just need 3 more.
I know. Keep going. I love it. You know you only need 3 more. Look at this. I cannot get a 6 to save my life. Oh, my. Ah, Tenzi.
I got one.
Look. Oh, that's okay. We're going to leave it down there. You can use mine. I'll get it in a minute. Okay? So another game, you can just use mine. We'll get it before we go. Another game we can play is rolling for 2 different numbers. So instead of just rolling for one number of 6s, what number would you like to roll?
1.
Ones. What number would you like to roll?
10s.
You don't have 10s. You have to pick a number between 1 and 6.
5.
5s. Okay, so we're going to roll for 1s and 5s. Ready? Go. Ooh, look at all these. Okay, try not to tip the table, sweetheart. Ooh. You have to get 1s and 5s. You can't get all 1s, and you can't get all 5s. You have to get both. So, there's 10 dice. You have to get both. So that means 5 are 1s and 5 are 5s. Now, I'm missing a dice, so I can't get Tenzi, but they will. Look at her, Tenzi. So here is a deck of alphabet cards. Now, it's just a regular deck. One of the things you can do with this, if you have 2 of these decks, you can play the memory game. But another fun thing that you can do is pick out a vowel, like A, okay? You put that down, and then you pick out some consonants. Now, this one's kind of fun. This deck I got at the dollar store. It's kind of fun because it has 2 different pictures for each letter, which helps me out because, Oh, look at your body. It's moving so much. Oh my goodness. Those wiggles have got you. You got to be stronger than the wiggles. Can you be stronger than the wiggles?
Yes.
Oh, good. Let's be stronger than the wiggles. What if I gave you the card C and I put, let's see, how about if I put a T at the end? What word did I just make, guys?
Cat.
Oh, what if I take this out and I put that there? What's
Bat.
Ooh, you're fast. What if I put this here?
Whack.
Is that a real word?
No.
It is not a real word. That's called a nonsense word, and that's okay. We're going to have fun with that too. How about this word?
Zap.
Is that a real word?
Zap.
Is that a real word?
No.
All right, how about if I did this?
Dat.
Oh, good job.
That's not even a real word.
It isn't, but what about this one? Is that a real word?
That.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, you guys are so good at this. Now, I want to show you a game that I actually play in my classroom all the time called Stinky Cheese. And Stinky Cheese is very straightforward. What makes it fun is you have to reach in without peeking, grab a card. How you play the game is you pull out a card that's
Bat.
what is it?
Bat.
Bat. In this case, they're 3-letter words. Okay, reach in. And what did you get?
Dat. Down. Up. That. Tub.
Excellent. You get to keep the word. Oh, I pulled out stinky cheese, so we're all going to put our finger on our nose and do what? Ooh, stinky cheese. If you get 3 stinky cheeses before they are able to read 10 words, the game is over and you start again. If you don't have a bag, you could also use a pile on the table. If you wanted to use a grocery bag, any of those bags are okay. And it's a fun game because the kids really like to scream out stinky cheese. Uno is another really great game that you can get at Target that we love to play because it's really good for color identification, strategy, critical thinking skills.
Uno.
And it's just plain fun and it keeps them engaged. If you don't have a whiteboard at your house, I made this using a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. I insert a paper inside that I cut down. Hey, look at what I'm doing. And you can write on these different words and challenge your student to read them. What is that word?
Rat.
At the dollar store, they have these lovely pens with erasers on them. And you could just erase the first word or the last word. Ziploc bags work really great and they erase really easy. If you don't have one of these but you do have an Expo, you can use a sock and it cleans them off beautifully. So there's just so many different ways to utilize any of these games, and I think if you use your creativity and you really think about what was fun for you as a kid, you'll find that the time you spend working will be really great. And it won't require a bunch of worksheets. I mean, who wants to fill in worksheets, right? It's good to have some, but not for everything. So that's the end for us, and thank you so much for joining us at MSD TV.
Thank you for joining us today on Medford Anywhere Learning TV for the latest updates on what's going on in the Medford School District, including COVID-19 updates as well as next steps for Medford Anywhere Learning, because there's always more still to come. Check out our website at www.medford.k12.or.us. See you soon.